Before we actually started this thing here, you guys, I just need to let you know this thing because I'm basically reporting AB to the whole world. AB was here tensioning me with his pair of Nike shoes.
Yeah, you know.
Are you still doing it?
Yes, very, very sexy shoes, you know.
Oh my goodness. So I know part of what we're going to talk about today is the fact that, Nigerian Customs has seized, over 2,000 bales of, thrift wares. And I wonder, who are the people that are shopping thrift wares in this day and in this age?
First off, before you guys get it all mixed up, thrift wares are what we know as Akube, aka
Okrika. So 2,000, bales of, this very important
merchandise.
God bless you. Merchandise was seized by Nigerian Customs, and we have that to talk about. And also, that the pressure is getting worse. People are leaving the country every day. Young people are up and going. Worse. And the thing that is even making the whole pressure even more worse.
Tell me.
So it's not like more worse, but like worse.
Yeah.
It's the fact that people are actually going with their partners. So they'll just wake up and like, a boyfriend and girlfriend, they get up, they're moving, they're relocating together, a man and his wife.
Yeah. I know a friend that he's married. He's been married for like 3 years now. I even emceed his wedding. He already has a child of like 2 years. And I just woke up one morning and he just told me that he actually he kind of uploaded the picture, and I just, not that he even told me, he just uploaded the picture with his wife and in front of a train, and I look at the plate number on the background. I'm like, this is not Nigeria. What's going on? What's happening?
So people are saying that they don't know which one is more intense, whether it's the wave of engagement or the wave of JAPA.
I think everybody knows
the JAPA is the stronger one, right?
Come on, what are you saying?
Yeah, people are saying now that UK is like the capital of Nigeria.
Extension, no cap.
Oh my goodness. You guys, welcome to Fuse Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. My name is Gabrielle.
ABA Kings of the Building, guys, was popping.
That's right. You guys have only seen just a tiny tip of the iceberg of what we have to talk about. But we will go on the short break. When we come back, we'll get into all the details.
Don't touch that dial. Holla.
Right.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuse Unbothered.
Okay, so AB, you know that just very recently we had Nigeria Customs Service, seize about 2,000 bale of
thrift wares
that were, just landed in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason is, but thrift wares have been banned in the country for a very long time now.
For the longest, actually. We keep hearing that they banned it before, but we still keep seeing importations go through.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's one of those bans that have not been very enforced.
Yeah.
So they say, thrift wares are banned, but every day you go to the market, you're seeing thrift wares on sale, and people are still buying them. Yeah. And according to statistics, we have like about 80%, I'm not sure how, correct or accurate that
80% of what?
Of people in Nigeria who actually, patronize thrift.
Yeah,
someone like you, AB, now, I'm sure you don't wear thrift now.
I'm not even going to cap. I have stuff that I buy that are actually thrifts.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to say what exactly.
Tell me.
But Okay, so I have a couple of leather stuffs that I have that are actually thrifts.
Leather, like belts.
Like belts, like leather wallets.
Laptop bags, those purses.
Laptop
True.
bags.
And some of these things are very durable.
Yeah, very, very durable.
Very durable. That's why you go for them. Yeah. So it's like one of the easiest ways to get like the best quality for the lowest price. So I don't know, man.
I'm not even going to lie about that.
Yeah.
There are a couple of stuffs that you actually want the thrift one.
Yeah, because you know that you get the good quality.
That's right. Yeah. So
it's not going to go and buy fake designers now.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel among. You actually get the real designer, but for like a very low price if you try it.
Yeah. There was this time I wanted to change the leather of my wristwatch. And the guy was like, "Oh, we have the new one, and there's the Akube one." I said, "I want the Akube one."
Okay, Akube is also another name for
Okrika, yeah. So, and the leather of that wristwatch till date, trust me, I don't want to blow my trumpet.
So myself, to an extent, I'm an avid, thrift shopper. Not, to a large extent, but like to a minimal extent. There's some of the nicest things that you find, luckily among, thrift, stuff. So I don't know what people are going to do, because looking at the economy now, you're seeing how the economy is hard, and some people, this is their source of livelihood. We also understand how this affects sustainability. You know how there's something called sustainable fashion now, recycling clothes that have been used before. That's right. But the Nigeria Customs Service, part of their reasons for doing things like this is they're saying that it aids the passing on of diseases such as monkeypox that can be transferred. All these communicable diseases. It says they can be transferred through materials. That's why they don't want some of these importations to keep happening. So I don't know, people who are actually avid thrift shoppers and people who actually have their businesses running based off of thrift sales. I don't know how they're going to cope with these seizures.
I honestly have no idea how that is. But I mean, what are the measures they are putting in place to substitute people whose businesses are dependent on the importation of thriftwear?
Aside that, they also give a reason that they want the local fashion business in Nigeria
to bloom,
to thrive.
But so what are they doing? What are you doing
to support?
That's the thing. Are there grants?
Because at the end of the day, you can't say, oh, I'm a local fashion designer and then I have one shirt and this blouse that I'm selling is 20,000 naira, because you don't have enough to put things in place to make things cheaper for people. Who's going to buy that? How many people can actually afford that? Look at where the economy is right now. Things are getting more expensive every day. So how do you expect people not to want to go and look for the cheapest things to wear? And clothing is such a very big need.
You can't, of course, you can't do it without not wanting to look good, trendy. If you can't afford the original new one, you buy the original treats.
And if you can't even afford you can afford it, but you don't want to do the fake designers. This is your only option.
Maltina, share happiness.
Views unbothered.
All right, so talking about things we can afford. Can we afford to JAPA as much as this thing is becoming very popular?
Let me tell you something. The thing is, you're seeing everybody just, getting up and moving, up and going. But somebody has come out to talk about how it's not easy to just up and go like that. And just because you're seeing people do it, he's basically saying that anyone who's right now in UK or US who has successfully been able to JAPA, that they were not suffering
but literally
they were doing
well enough to be able to afford the flight tickets, the visa payment, the processing,
payment of tuition, just in case they're going for school.
You get me? And even when you're going there, you have to change naira to like the foreign currency.
You also have to afford accommodation, because I'm hearing somebody talk about how a lot of Nigerian students somewhere in the UK are out on the street sleeping in libraries and all of that because accommodation has not been sorted. So basically, this guy is just saying that don't let this pressure of this wave of JAPA get to you so much that you begin to think, oh, why can't I do it? Why can't I do that?
And you begin to sell your stuffs immediately because you want to move. I saw a post also from MC Relax. He was saying that don't be pressured and don't be intimidated. A couple of people are probably regretting their actions right now, but they've already sold their stuffs and they've already moved there. They can't come back because of the shame and embarrassment that it might cost them. So they'll literally just there's something Yoruba people say, kasara, like just take it anyhow it comes over there. But then again, it's not everybody's
it's two ways. So just as we're telling people, be very careful, make your plans very good, when you're trying to consider moving and all of that. It's the same way we're going to say, if you have it and you can do it, please don't let anyone discourage you. But we're seeing a lot, going on in terms of, people are complaining about passport. Now there are a lot of people who can actually afford to, but they're complaining about, being held back by, immigration services. They've applied for passports, some running from 6 months into 1 year, and people were complaining on Twitter.
So
recently.
I might not have an in-depth understanding of what is going on, but because I have a very close friend, whose mom works at the
Immigration
Service. I'm aware that the method is changing.
Okay.
The method of processing people's passports is changing because they're trying to cut short so many corners that people have been taking.
Okay.
So many what do they call it? I know someone
illegal pathways
to process their passport and all that. So cutting down all these processes, at some point it would be very challenging, but after a while everybody will have to follow due process, and that way it will get better for people. So the challenges that people are facing right now is because of the pathways, the illegal pathways that the government and the immigration service is trying to restrict.
Are you seeing how I'm shaking my head? Because I like all this plenty English, but there's a problem. People are missing their scholarships, people are missing admissions because they're being held back by this. So in as much as there's an explanation, let's also try to understand how hardly this is affecting people. We have to go on a short break at this point, you guys, and when we come back, there's still so much to talk about. Don't go anywhere.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Maltina, share happiness.
Fuse Unbothered.
Welcome back, guys. See Fuse Unbothered. Now we're moving the conversation to something that will be very, very captivating to everybody, and also it was captivating to me when I saw the video online of a lady who was literally analyzing a major reason why ladies do not want to date broke guys. And by broke guys, she doesn't mean like someone that is broke like you are poor. She means like someone that at that point in time, there's a difference between not having money at all, like you are poor and you are broke. Broke is periodical.
Okay, broke is periodical. Are you sure some broke is a little bit permanent too? I don't know.
I feel like everybody has that period where
that's what you mean.
365 days in a year. It can't be like you can't be on your eyesight.
You can't be a baller or shoes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, now there are sometimes
some mechanic days.
You just take.
I don't know about that. To me, I want to be a baller for life and all true. 365 days in a year.
No, now I mean 365 days. There are some days that okay. Some days you're like no. Let me just keep it calm. This period I can't. So what we're saying, I mean, the lady was like the reason why ladies do not want to date broke guys is because like
they're hard to be with.
There's a way that men act, and there's a way they feel, there's a way they are. There are a lot of changes that happen to them as individuals when they're not financially
stable.
And she goes on to say that their reaction to issues are very, very drastic.
And all
the feeling they have, they feel insufficient with themselves. They feel less of themselves. There's a little bit of downside self-esteem, low self-esteem, and she goes on to say that men are different breeds when they have money,
and
they feel
they're
very
different
happy,
too when they don't,
and they are different in their reaction to you as their babe when they don't. That they probably will not give you so much attention when they don't have money, because they feel like they cannot meet up to things and stuff like that. And I mean, I found some level of truth in that. What she said, because I know that me as an individual, as a guy, as a young man, when I'm really not all that buoyant, there's my confidence is actually on zero.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting to know, honestly.
I like to stay indoor when I don't have money.
Okay, so I like the lady because she's pointing this out, but she also said, you know what, I've dated a couple of broke guys, so I'm saying the truth. I know what I'm saying.
As somebody who's been with many broke guys before, I feel like this is a topic I can actually speak on without being biased. Men get on social media and often complain about women not sticking by their side if they do not have money, women only using them for money, women only this and that. But do men realize what they're like when they do not have money? And this is a serious, genuine question, because we've all been in a point in our life where we don't have money and it's not easy. And I'm not trying to bash anybody at all. But what I'm saying is when I've dated men who do not have money, they are the most full, unfulfilled, unsatisfied men to be around. And I get it. Like, not having money is stressful. But when men don't have money, they don't know what, who, or how to act for you in a relationship. Men associate their worth to money in relationships. So when they don't have that, they are not pleasant partners to be around. They don't ever plan dates on a budget. They're all the time, and they're constantly thinking about how to make 10K in 1 week. I personally feel like this is a perspective worth talking about because we always talk about it from a materialistic standpoint. Whilst there are women who hold down men in relationships, but I don't think many men realize how they come across when they don't have money.
But I think it's true to an extent as well because you would usually see when these guys that are broke at that time they're not really themselves. They're not choosing based on, what they know to be who they are and everything. So that's why you see a lot of times the guy was broke, he was with this lady, and then when he now finally blows up and gets rich again or something, gets rich, he wants to move on to another lady because maybe in that time he wasn't really thinking of this woman as this is my spec, like this is really what I want because he wasn't thinking like himself. So the moment he has his money, people think it's ego and all of that, but it's like I'm now more in tune with who I really am, so I want to go for what I really want. I'm like, wow, that's
you see that this thing happens to the best of us. I'm not even going to lie, because like for me for one, I feel like I am not who I want to attract just yet.
Okay,
I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I feel like there's if I say who do I want to be with eventually, that person would not be attracted to who I am right now.
Okay, so
I need to,
as you go.
Do you get what I'm saying? I need to be that kind of person to be able to attract the kind of person that I want.
There's a lot, and I remember you ended the last one yesterday telling people to stay attracted to themselves. Yes. So at this point, I don't know what to say, but I'm praying genuinely for every man out there to have their money, every woman out there to have their money.
Yes, and women to have their money.
I want people to be financially stable. This is my genuine desire for me and for all my folks out there,
and to all our listeners out there.
Yeah, that's right. I do hope you find the bag, get the money.
Important. It's important.
So this is where we're ending today's episode. It's been so much fun talking here. Don't forget to join the conversation on our YouTube channel. You find us on YouTube at The Fuse. Subscribe, follow, comment, do all of that. And you find us on Instagram at Fuse Local. Do well to follow. Do well to join the conversation. Comment and just basically be a part of what we're doing. Part of the family, that's right. You find me on Instagram at Gavi.Gavi. Do well to follow, guys.
You can link up with me on Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media platforms at AB_AKYNZ. Again, it is AB_AKYNZ. Z for zebra.
From all of us here, stay fused, guys.
Holla, it's crazy.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.